Hey, good morning. Hey, Jesus is Lord. The devil is defeated. Oh, I'm so glad that I can trust my Bible. I told you this when I was in Bible college. We're talking 50 years ago, maybe more. Anyway, had a course, Can I Trust My Bible? So glad I can trust God. So glad today that I can go to His Word, change anything that I don't like, because the Word is more powerful than all of the stuff that's around me. I'm going to be teaching for the whole month of August on faith. Well, why is faith important? Well, without faith, it's impossible to please God. Hebrews 11:6. For he that cometh to God must believe that He is, and that He's a rewarder of those that diligently seek Him. You can't get saved without faith. I mean, you cannot get born again without faith. Ephesians 2:8-9 says, For by grace are you saved through faith. It is the gift of God. I think it's the faith that is the gift of God. You can't get healed without faith. Righteousness comes by faith. Everything that we do comes by faith, and you've got to understand God is a faith God. Hebrews 11:1, now faith is the substance of things hoped for. So everything that you hope for in life comes by faith. Now watch this. Hebrews 11:3 says, through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the Word of God. So everything that is was created by faith, and everything is upheld. This is what the Bible says. Everything is upheld by the word of His power. You know, I read one day this week that another one of those space rocks, they've got another name for them, but big hunk of stuff that comes flying by every now, asteroid, that's what it is. One came by real close, and they thought, oh, it could have destroyed cities or not where I'm at, because Psalm 91 says no plague shall come nigh my dwelling. And by the way, while I'm on that, the sun comes up every day because God said, let there be light. And if you think about it, when He said, let there be light, there was light several days before the sun and the moon came up. Somebody said, well, the sun's going to burn out, and, we're just all going to freeze to death. No, the sun's going to be there because God said, let there be a sun and stars and a moon. God set that into motion. And He knows exactly what's going on. The earth rotating like it does. And we see the sun and the night. We see the day and the night. And it's always going to be that way because God said it. God set it in motion. And His faith always works. Now, why are you going to preach on faith all week? Well, how can they believe for salvation except they hear? How can they believe for healing except they hear? And how can they hear except a preacher be sent? I'm a preacher. And I believe God sent me to tell you faith is the only way you're going to get it. Now, listen to me. And I'm not trying to pick on somebody else, and I'm a nice guy. I know some people have a hard time believing that, but I'm a nice guy. Somebody might get theirs by conning you out of it, and I get mine by faith. When the desire cometh, when you believe God and the desire cometh, whoo, it's a tree of life. You see, you find out that there's something going on in your body, and you go to the doctor. And he tells you, boy, you got this going on, and you got to do this, and this, and we need to do this, and maybe you'll survive. Well, that's a bad report, and you think on that for a while, but then you go find out that He sent His word and healed you. And Psalm 103, verse 3 says, who healeth all of our diseases. And you go to Acts 10:38 that says how God anointed Jesus Christ of Nazareth, who went about doing good and healing all that were oppressed of the devil. So sickness is of the devil, and healing is from God. And you go to the Word. You start planting that seed, man. You start meditating in the Word of God. You get your scriptures out. You write them out on note cards, stick them on the refrigerator or wherever else that you go a lot. And you start saying, by His stripes I was healed. He sent His word and healed me. And Jesus Himself bore my sicknesses and carried my diseases. And with His stripes I was healed. And you start doing it and saying it. And after a month or so, well, I think I'll go back to the doctor. And the doctor says, let me see, maybe we need to run some more tests. And you say, well, go ahead. And he runs some more tests and comes back and looks at you and goes, that's the strangest thing. I know that you had that growth. I know that you had this or that problem. And that thing just went away. And you sit there and say, glory be to God. The Word works. And God did it. And he may not like it. He may get mad at you. But in your own heart, you know that your faith in the Word of God is what brought it to pass. And oh, what a tree of life. I mean, I'm believing God for money, okay? I'm talking about just $50. I'm believing God for $50. And I don't tell nobody about it. I don't say anything to anybody about it. And, $50 just shows up. And I said, whoa, that's such a powerful, powerful thing. And then you can believe God for more. Believe God for socks. Believe God for underwear, man. I use my faith for everything that we have, and we're blessed. I'm talking about we are truly, truly blessed. But I found out how to use my faith, and Jesus said this in Luke 17 when the disciples said, Lord, give us more faith. He didn't give them any more faith. He said, use what you got and say to this sycamore tree, and that tree will obey you. I got to go. I'll come back to that. Faith is the only way that you're ever going to receive from God, and it's a whole lot better. A friend of mine, I can't tell you who, but a friend of mine the other day says, I'm learning to live by faith. And he is acting like, boy, this is tough. No, I said, that's exciting. Living by faith, getting fed by faith, paying your bills by faith, getting up in the morning by faith, driving your car by faith, believing God for gas money to get home. Man, you have no idea some of the places I've been in the mission field, Central America, and didn't have enough money to buy gas to get home. And in some of those places, they didn't even have any aviation fuel. They had jet fuel, but I didn't have a jet at the time. And I had to believe God for it. And I believed God. And that day, I remember one time down in La Ceiba, Honduras, they didn't have any gas. They said we hadn't had any gas in months. And I said, well, I got to have some. Had the money. And they said, well, we don't have any on order. We can't even order it anymore. And so I was about to leave, and as I was going through the terminal to leave, one of the guys came out and said, Senor, un momento. I said, yes, sir. He said, did you need gas? I said, yeah. He said, we just got a truckload. We don't know why it came in, but we got this whole truckload of fuel out there, and we need to sell it. How much can we sell you? And I said, glory be to God. My God supplies my needs according to his riches in glory. Faith is the best way to live, the only way to live. Be blessed. Have a wonderful faith day. And until I'm with you tomorrow, saints, remember, Jesus is Lord. Thank God the Word works.